All right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. I'd like to say salutation, peace, and love to the elect that's around on four corners of the earth. And me and the brother gonna start the lesson off today with an article. And the article is from Stars and Stripes. Well, it's from www.stripes.com. And the title is Kissinger warns, which that's Henry Kissinger, warns senators of systemic failure of world order. It said former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger addresses members of the Senate Armed Service Committee on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, January the 25th, 2018, as former Secretary of State George Shultz and former Deputy Secretary of State Richard Armitage listen. Kissinger warned that a collapse of world order has been gaining momentum for 2 decades, man. And this actually is on Henry Kissinger, man, which I'm going to go back into the article. We're going to do a little background check on Henry Kissinger real quick, man. We're going to go into a little history of
who he is. Who he really is.
Right, man, who this devil really is, man, like the brother said. Because this cracker been around a long time, man. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. But it say, born in Germany in 1923, Henry Kissinger escaped the Nazi regime to become a powerful and controversial U.S. statesman. He first rose to prominence as a Harvard University professor and advisor to President John F. Kennedy and Nixon, man. So this how long this devil been around, man. As National Security Advisor in 1969 through 1975, and as Secretary of State to Nixon and Gerald Ford, he negotiated armed treaties with the Soviet Union and earned a Nobel Prize for ending U.S. involvement in North Vietnam. After leaving the cabinet, he chaired the National Bipartisan Commission on Central America and served on the Foreign Intelligence Advisory Board. And even before this, I don't know if it's gonna go into that, but before this, I'm gonna keep reading. It said Jewish refugee from Nazi Germany, right, man? So he a so-called Jew, man, and he from Germany, man. You know, Kissinger rose to which we know Germany go back to the wise men of Timon, man, which we're gonna get that scripture too in Obadiah. But I'm gonna keep going. It said Kissinger rose to prominence as a Harvard University professor of government in the 1950s and 60s. But even before then, during World War I, during World War II, Kissinger was actually a CIA agent for the U.S. Army, man. So he began his which that's counterintelligence, man. You know, then after this he became a professor at Harvard, man. So he was set up to COINTELPRO, basically throughout the world, man. Counterintelligence, anything that was going on, man, especially in different governments in different countries, man. And it's gonna go into it. It said he then became the most celebrated and controversial U.S. diplomat since the Second World War in the administrations of Richard M. Nixon and Gerald Ford. As Nixon's national security advisor, he concentrated power in the White House and rendered Secretary of State William Rogers and the professional Foreign Service almost irrelevant by conducting personal secret negotiations with North Vietnam, the Soviet Union, and China. He negotiated the Paris agreements of the 1973 ending direct U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, engineered a short-lived era of detente with the Soviet Union, and opened frozen relations with the People's Republic of China. As Secretary of the State, he shuttled among the capitals of Israel, Egypt, and Syria after the 1973 Middle East War, man. So he been around a long time negotiating peace agreements, man, throughout the Middle East, the Soviet Union, and China, man, throughout the world, basically, man. It's a gregarious but manipulative man. Kissinger, seeking power and favorably publicly cultivated prominent officials and influential reporters. For a while, he achieved more popularity than any modern American diplomat. The Gallup poll listed him as the most admired man in America in 1972 and 1973. He received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 for his negotiations leading to the Paris Peace Accords that ended U.S. military action in Vietnam. It's a journalist lauded him as a genius and the smartest guy around after his secret trip to Beijing in July 1971, prepared the way for Nixon's visit to China in February of 1972. Egyptian politicians called him the magician for his disengagement agreements on separating Israeli and Arab armies. Get that in Revelation 16 and start at I think start at verse 12.
Revelation 16 and 12.
Right, because it said the Egyptians politicians call him the magician, man. You know, which that's what he is, man. Because you go more into history on Kissinger, he studied the Talmud, he studied the Bible, man. So he really was raised up as a warlock, man. You know, because we know that's the so-called white man into it, man. And then he one of those so-called Jews, man. So he known as one of the wise men of Timon, man. They said he was like the most admired man in America in 1972 and 1973, man. You know, but for him to orchestrate all those peace deals throughout the Middle East, man, you know, in different armed treaties throughout those other countries, man. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, start at verse 12.
Revelation 16 and 12.
And read the verse 13.
And
verse 14.
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. And that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Right, man. So it says I saw 3 unclean spirits come out of the mouth. Read that again, bro. Salah.
I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Which the dragon is the Roman Empire, man. AKA America today, man. America, the EU and NATO, man. That consists of the whole Roman Empire. Go ahead.
Out of the hold on.
False prophet.
Out of the mouth of the beast.
Out of the mouth of the beast, which is NATO. Go ahead.
Out of the mouth of the false prophet,
which is the Roman Catholic Church, which they all coincide one with another, man. Go ahead, bro.
For they are spirits of devils working miracles.
They are spirits of devils working miracles, man. So you actually had the politicians of Egypt calling this guy a magician, man. You know, go ahead.
Which go forth unto kings of the earth.
Which go forth unto kings of the earth, man. Go ahead. Because this what Kissinger was doing, and he's still doing this to this day, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
And of the whole world. To gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty.
Right, man, because that's what all this leading up to, man. Which goes back to their title. I just wanted to go into a little history on Kissinger, man. You know, now I'm gonna go back to the article. Because Kissinger been around a long time, man. He's still here. And he basically said, Kissinger warned that a collapse of world order has been gaining momentum for two decades, man. So that's like, This 2018, man. So really, it's going to like 1997 because we'll say 1998 or 1997, man.
Yeah.
You know, you should say something, bro.
Nah, that's 20 years though.
Come. It said I'm gonna keep going into the article. Washington. It said 3 former high-ranking State Department officials warned a Senate panel on Thursday that the United States is facing potential catastrophic confrontations as global order erodes, man. And this all part of the scriptures right here, man. It tell you that the whore was gonna be hated, man. You know, even by her allies, man. It said United States is now in a national security race against time to prepare for the growing global destabilization, said the former secretaries who have served under generations of presidents, man. Right? These secretaries, they have served under generations of presidents, man. You know, the international situation facing the United States is unprecedented. Hearing Kissinger, the iconic former Secretary of State, said in the testimony to the Senate Armed Committee, this is more than a coincidence of individual crises across various geographies. Rather, it is a systematic failure of world order. Why, man? Because this is the Lord doing this, man. They don't understand what's really going on right here, man. You know, the Lord been they don't understand everything that they was doing was all according to the Lord's will, man. But now the Lord he basically showing them that they new world order is not gonna go as planned, man. With that, get Job 5 and 12, right? It said Kissinger warned the United States is facing an urgent concern with North Korea's nuclear programs, a more intermediate threat through entrenched and expanding conflicts in the Middle East, and a rising challenge to the current state of world powers, man. Why, man? Matter of fact, get Psalms 2 out. Get Psalms 2 first. Lock it. Right, man, because he was known for the musician in the 70s, man. And then, you know, but like he said, and then he been working his magic through the 80s, 90s. But like he said, for the past 20 years, that world order been losing power, man. Why? Because of this, man. Go ahead, bro.
Want me to start at the top?
Come.
Psalm 2:1. So why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The king of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder.
Right, but like I said, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, man? This whole new world order they trying to set up, man. You know?
It ain't gonna work.
Right, man. The kings of the earth, they setting themselves against the Most High and against his anointed, man. You know, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, that's what this all about. Who gonna rule over you, man? And the so-called white man not gonna give up the power, man. The Lord gonna have to take the power from him, and the saints gonna take it too, man. You know, but you other nations, the so-called white man not gonna let y'all be the leader of this, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead, bro.
Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
And this what's going on, man. The Lord have them in derision right now, man. You know, the Lord laughing at them, man. Go ahead, bro.
They shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
And this was all this leading up to, man. The Lord finna speak to them in his wrath, man, and vex them in his sore displeasure, man. You know, keep going on in the article. It said, now more than ever, the challenges of today's world require strategic vision, said Senator Jim Inhofe, Republican of Oklahoma, who sat in as the committee chairman in lieu of Senator John McCain. the Republican of Arizona who is battling brain cancer, man. Right, that cracker been around a long time, man. You know. It said we need to. He was actually taken prisoner in the Korean War, man. It said we need to cast aside partisan politics and pass an appropriations bill finding a way to fix the defense spending caps that have hurt our military in terms of readiness and modernization. Get Isaiah 19 start at the top because they say they need to cast aside partisan politics, man, which they having differences over what they want to do, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Come, go ahead.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
And this what's going on, man. This is the modern day Egypt, man. You know, because man, really, the so-called elites, man, they behind on their plans, man. You know, the Lord been putting them in derision, man, like he said, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
He say, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
And that's from the higher level to the lower level, man. Because you got these lower level crackers, you got these so-called Edomites in the army that are fought from this country. They realize the plan. They coming out. They call whistleblowers. They coming out speaking against. You know, they basically exposing the plans of the elites, which caused them to have to push certain plans back, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And I will destroy the counsel thereof. And
that's what the Lord doing, man. He destroying the counsel thereof, man. Like Kissinger said, this whole systematic world order, it's been losing its leverage for the past 20 years, man. It's gonna continue to lose, man, until the Lord come speak to them in his wrath, man, vex them in his sword displeasure, man. You know, go ahead, bro. Which how the brother started off, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord ride upon a swift cloud, man. Which that's going to those chariots, man. Him coming back, you know, in the midst of this World War III, man. Go ahead, bro.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. I will destroy the counsel thereof. They shall seek to the idols and to the charmers.
Man, they should seek to the idols and to the charmers, man. You know, because they actually called Kissinger a magician, man. Which they probably was doing it just playing, but he really is, man. Because when you goes into when he was a CIA agent. Which that's what he always, you know, you never stop. He just coming under different titles, man. But he was trained as a counterintelligence agent, man, and that's what he'll always be. But within that, they basically training him to be a warlock, man. You know, they training him different ways to manipulate different situations, man. Which that's what this going into. Go ahead. But now it's not working, man. You know, because they pray to demons, they pray to devils, you know. And them demons and devils been giving them signs over the years, man. But it's gonna come a time when all this gonna be cut off, man. And it's storing now, man. Go ahead, bro.
You say, and to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirit, and to wizards.
Right, and to wizards. Now get Isaiah 47 in verse start at verse 10, and then it started at verse 10, just read down to verse 13.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou had trusted in thy wickedness, thou had said, none see me.
And this the so-called white man, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee.
Right, man, which they got their wisdom and their knowledge on the left-hand side, man. You know, so that's why it's finna be confounded in these last days, man. Go ahead, bro. Which they ain't understand. Those same demons they was praying to, Yahweh shall control those demons, man. So now those demons finna start deceiving them, man. You know, got them thinking they whole new world order is gonna come into perfect order of fruition, man. Go ahead, bro.
And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Come. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it risen.
Right, man. It's going to the America, which that's what this whole article was about. Kissinger talking about, you know, he basically was going to have America losing its power, basically, man. Go ahead, bro. But who controls America, man? The so-called white man, man. So they coincide with each other, man. Go ahead, bro.
And the mischief shall fall upon thee.
Come.
Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
And they not going to be able to put it off, man. Why, man? Because it's Yahweh Shai that's doing it to them. Go ahead, bro.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly.
Come.
Which thou shalt not know.
Go ahead.
Stand now with thine enchantments.
Right, so stand now with your enchantments, man. Go ahead.
And with the multitude of thy sorcery.
Which going back into what the brother read in Isaiah the 19th chapter, man. They're going to seek to their familiar spirits and all this, but it's not they're going to be in derision, man. Go ahead.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Come, go ahead.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit.
Come.
If so be thou mayest prevail.
Go ahead.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of
right,
thy
man,
counsels.
because what it say on stand now with thy enchantments, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou mayest profit, thou mayest prevail. Why? Because they've been prevailing over the years, but the Lord been letting them do it, man, through their different enchantments. And, you know, they seeking to these spirits, man, but the Lord telling them stand down with it, man, and see if it's going to work, man. Go ahead.
Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up.
Come.
And save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right, man, which is not going to be able to do, man, which I'm going to go back into this, I'm going to keep reading down on this article, man. It said Kissinger, 94, who testified alongside former Secretary of State George Shultz, 97, man. So this how old these devils are, man. Right. That's why I say they have been around for generations with an S of presidents, man. Then it say former Deputy Secretary of State Richard Armitage, 72, all warned the United States is already behind in developing future weapons, such as artificial intelligence, among other concerns, man. Right, man. Because Russia is leading in this, man. Then China have upped their game in all these different weaponry and artificial intelligence, man. I'm just gonna finish it out. It said, I am pretty impressed. Well, it said, for example, Schultz said the new National Defense Strategy, which was unveiled by Defense Secretary James Mattis last week, doesn't go far enough. I am pretty impressed with what they laid out, Schultz said, but it doesn't adequately address the fact of the huge change taking place in globalization and a new kind of weaponry that's coming about. Those things need to be factored in. It said Armitage also warned on the depleted ranks at the State Department is another liability facing the United States today, hurting diplomacy efforts around the world. This as the military is pushed past its capacity. Get Obadiah. Right, man, because I say the military is pushed past its capacity. That's going right into the prophecies, man. You know? Go start at verse 6.
Obadiah 1-6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
Come.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Come.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right, man. It said, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Go ahead.
They that eat thy bread.
All those nations that was allied with you, they laid a wound under thee, man. You know, you may because another thing what Kissinger did, man. What it didn't go into, he was here when Kissinger was he was the Secretary of State during Richard Nixon time, man. He was the one that basically orchestrated the whole petrodollar deal, man. He was behind it, man. He was the one that met with King Faisal. You know, you had Nixon now, but it was Henry Kissinger that had met with the King of Saudi Arabia at the time and got him to agree with the petrodollar deal, man. Which the deal was, because before that, which Kissinger was all in the middle of this too, man. Because like I said, he since the 50s, he been a well-known intelligence guy for the U.S., man. You know, so like right after at the end of World War I, they had their Bretton Woods agreements, which you had Britain, France, and Germany agreed to make America the dollar the world currency, which at this time the dollar was backed by gold, man. I think it was probably like at least $35 for an ounce of gold, man. You know, which the Bretton Woods agreements, it was held in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, because that was the only place where, because America wasn't war torn at the time, man. The whole Europe was, you know, the World War II, all those countries was like war torn, man. So they actually had the meeting in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire in 1944, and those nations agreed, man. You know, which all the other nations agreed too. And from 1944 until like I think at the end of the Vietnam War, man, you had basically France was like they had felt like the U.S. was printing more dollars out than they had gold, so they asked for their gold back, and the U.S. wouldn't give it back, man. You know, so I think it was around 1970 and 71, which you had Richard Nixon came publicly on TV and announced like they finna disapprove of that plan, man, to save the American dollar, man. But like a couple years later, that's when Henry Kissinger went to the Saudi Arabia king at the time, which is King Faisal, which I think he was like the elderly brother of the King Salman, who the king right now, man. And he made the deal, basically was like, we're gonna give y'all basically tell everybody how to buy y'all oil with the dollar, and in return, we're gonna protect y'all oil fields and we're gonna build y'all military up, man. You know? And that's what happened, man. But going back to but that was just more going into Kissinger, what he did, man. Go ahead, bro.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men were at peace with thee, have deceived thee.
Right, man. So all those your allied nations basically deceive you, man. All those Arab nations, man. And it's coming to this. What it's all coming to now, man. That's why Kissinger saying this world order have been basically been destabilized for 20 years now, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
And prevail against thee. That they that eat that bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Go ahead.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom?
Man. Which Kissinger one of those wise men of Edom, man. He's a German, and he's a so-called Jew, man. Which the German is known as the wise men of Edom, man. Go ahead, bro.
And understanding out of the mouth of Esau.
Go ahead.
And the mighty men of Teman.
And the mighty men of Teman. Go ahead.
Shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right. So this is what y'all end is gonna be, Esau. Every one of y'all is gonna be cut off by slaughter, man. And get Job, we'll get a couple more scriptures out, then we're gonna close that. Get Job 5 and 12. And hey, I want to get a couple more quotes I want to get some quotes real quick from this guy here in Kissinger, man. Cause he a real devil, man. This one of Kissinger quotes, man. It said, depopulation shall be the highest priority of foreign policy towards the third world because the U.S. economy will require large and increasing amounts of minerals from abroad, especially from less developed countries, man. So this is why you see all this going on in those so-called third world countries, man.
Right.
You know?
Or you say they give them democracy.
Man. But like he said, depopulation, man. So that's why there's so much mass death over there, man. You know, with that Iraqi war, man, they killed over 1 million Iraqis, man. You know, with that whole Syrian war they started, man, it's like over 500,000 people dead, man. But this part of their depopulation plan, man. You know, this guy Kissinger is still around, man. He's 92 years old, and then you got the other guy, Schultz, 97, man. These devils down there 100 years old, man. And they still pushing forth, you know what I'm saying? They plans that they been here since before World War II, man, pushing forth their different agendas and plans, man. Get Revelation 6 real quick,
Yeah, they seen this shit unfold, the whole shit.
Right, and they been basically like lower level. They the face fronts for the elites, man.
Right.
But they top level warlocks, man. Especially Kissinger, man. Revelation 6 and what is it, verse 3, where it says he was open the red horse.
Yeah.
4. Verse 4.
Like start
take peace away from the earth. Start at 4.
Revelation 6 and 4.
Yeah, start at 3. Salak.
Revelation 6 and 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right, man. It's going to the so-called white man. So he was given power to take peace away from the earth, man. You know, go ahead.
And that they should kill one another.
This that depopulation, man, that Kissinger said going into, man. What did he say? He said, depopulation should be the highest priority of foreign policy towards the third world because the U.S. economy will require large and increasing amounts of minerals from abroad, especially from less developed countries, man. Go ahead, bro. And he was groomed into this, man. You know, when he went to Harvard, when he was in the U.S. Army as a CIA agent, you had the elites grooming him. He not speaking of his own, man. He was groomed for this job, man. And he's still around today trying to put the finishing touches on their New World Order, man. Which is not gonna happen, man. Go ahead, bro.
And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
That's cool right there. Yeah, hold right there. This another quote from Kissinger. He say, "Military men are just dumb, stupid animals to be used as pawns in foreign policy." So this is a real devil right here, man.
Right.
This guy's a real devil going in, man. And I'm just gonna say one more quote that he said, man. You know, I ain't gonna get all these, but them some of the main quotes. But one of his main other quotes was, "If you control oil, you control nations. If you control the food, you control people, man." Then he also said, if you control energy, You control continents, man. So that's what this whole thing is about, man. And this the whole plan of the elites. This how they control everything, man. They control the oil, which they was doing that under the petrodollar deal, man. Which they're starting to crumble on them, man. You know, to control the food supply, you control the nations, man. Like I say, how you gonna eat, man? What Trump saying? Shit, every nation that don't agree with Jerusalem being the capital of Israel, we're going to cut off all your aid from you, man. But what the scripture saying, Obadiah, he that ate your choice bread have deceived thee. They have laid a wound under thee, man. You know? Because even with what the war in Syria was started over, man, which the elites, they basically thought they would have been took all it. They thought they would have been had all it under control, man. But that war been going on for like 6 to 7 years now, man. Because the whole thing was they wanted to control their natural gas running into Europe. That way they can starve Russia out, and they won't have to depend on Russia. They can crush their economy, which will bring them back down under the power of this new world order and the elites, man. Which is not working though, man. Because it's all according to prophecy, man. Because the war with Syria was started because you had Qatar, which they was an allied nation with the U.S., but the whole plan was they wanted to run a gas pipeline through Qatar, through Syria, through Turkey, and the Europe. And when Syria denied them because Syria already had deals with Russia and Iran, that whole war was started over, man. You know, but they backdoor plan with that. They was gonna actually try to run the pipeline from Ukraine through Europe and make Ukraine part of NATO, man. But Russia stepped up and blocked them on that, man. You know? So this part of that systematic failure that Kissinger is talking about, man, which is all gonna come to crumbles, man. You know, it's all gonna come to lead up to World War III, man, which is gonna lead to the destruction of your other nations and you elites, man, your whole world order plan, man. It's gonna lead to the destruction of y'all and bring in the kingdom of the nation of Israel, man. Get Job 5 and 12 out.
Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And this what's going on, man. He disappointed the
devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Start at verse 10, bro. It's a lot.
Who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields?
Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, go ahead.
To set up on high those that be low.
And that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord finna set his people back up on high, man, because we in the Lord's state right now, man. You know, it started with the elect first, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Go ahead, Doc.
That those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
Man. And we gonna be exalted to safety, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
He disappointed the devices of the crafty. So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So that their hand cannot perform their enterprise, man. Go ahead, bro.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
And that's what you see going on right now, man. You know? Hey, we're gonna get one more scripture, bro, and we're gonna end it with get Job 20 and get Job start at verse 20 and 20. We're gonna read down to verse 22. But this what's going on, man. The Most High, he taking the crafty in their counsel, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Job 20 and 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right, man, because the elites, they not feeling quietness in their belly right now, man. They expect to have all this thing locked down by now, but it's not, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
He shall not save of which he desire.
Which is his new world order, man. Go ahead.
There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his good.
Right, man. You know, because he gonna be despised among the heathen, man. Go ahead.
And the fullness of his sufficiency.
Yeah, one of them words right there.
For sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right, man. And he in straits right now, man. Because if he control that energy, that's part of him coming with his locking down everything, man. Because he trying to create his own kingdom on earth, man. By that, like he said, depopulation is a main policy, which because he need all those different resources from those other lands, man. And that natural gas one of the main resources, man, that they want to control. You know, go ahead.
Every man hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And every hand of the wicked should come upon him, which going into our people, man. Because they tell you that's the poor and the laborer, man. And how our hand coming upon him? Through this word, man. You know, we bringing out these scriptures. We tearing down all his strongholds and his enchantments he been casting, man. Which is going to lead to his destruction, man. You know? And with that, man, Lord Wearied brothers was edified, man. You know? First and foremost, we're going to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. On double honors to the apostles and elders, that great millstone. Salutation, peace, and love to the elect around the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.